Welcome back to Learn APS System of Astrology videos. Part number 4, Basic Points to Remember. In this video, I am going to explain you about the important points to be remembered while analyzing a chart through APS System of Astrology. What are they? Let me explain one by one. The first one is importance of the basic study on the birth chart. Normally, whenever we are analyzing a chart, according to the event or according to the question, we directly go to the destiny and check the dasa, bhukti, antaras, significations and try to give the predictions. Though that is the one of the way definitely they has to be followed. But before going to that, it is recommended to have a basic study on the birth chart. What we have to study on the birth chart? We have to study the strength of the lagna and strength of the moon, because these two things are more important, because lagna and moon, they are the important things for our body and as well as mind and our attitude, all these things. If the lagna strength is more and moon is also good in position as well as not afflicted, and lagna lord is also in good position, so that it indicates that that basically that chart is it has got some strength. Though this study is going to be only the starting points, because it is not going to be the final, because as far as some degrees and the star lordship, sub lordship are concerned, we cannot get the complete signification of a planet, but still this is the source, because a planet or a planet which are all good in the basic study itself, if they are also good in the in-depth study, they are going to be very good. Suppose in the basic itself they are having some affliction, then in the in-depth study also, even if they are good also, that there will not be that much strength, because there will be some affliction. If basic study is also good and in-depth analysis also is signifying good signification, automatically it is going to give more strength. So for example, whatever event we are talking about, we can study that. For example, looking for the marriage, seventh lord where it is posted, seventh lord is in sixth house or eighth house, or afflicted by sixth lord or eighth lord or 12th lord, or conjoined with Rahu Ketu, that afflicts that Venus also the same way. So that way, whether the planets are in a good position, in which sign they are occupying, whether conjoined with some other planets, afflicted, getting afflicted, or aspected by some planets, they are going to give you a basic picture about that seventh house matters. So though we are going to check seventh sublord or seventh star lord, seventh lord signification, they are going to be more favorable or unfavorable for the marriage prospects. But this basic study will give you some initial picture about that. Similarly, as I said, the strength of the lagna. For example, in this chart you can see that lagna lord is sun occupying the sign of Mercury, but in the lagna house, that is first house. But whereas that its sign lord Mercury is posted in the sign of that Leo, that is Sun. So Sun and Mercury are in sign exchange. It's a good position. So Lagna is in a good position. It is sign exchange with the second and 11th Lord Mercury. That now, apart from that, Mercury is in conjunction with Venus, that is third and 10th Lord. So that is also a very good thing. So, but you can ask, you can think that this combination is going to be there for all the Lagna of Leo Lagna born on that particular day. Yes, of course, it is correct. But this is the basic. So, but having got some basic combination, if the same Lagna Lord Sun is also, it is only Kaspal Lordship and occupying house 1 and 1. In the Kaspal Star Lordship also, if it is a good houses, Kaspal Sublord is also good, and it is in the star of your planet, that is also good. Automatically that Sun is going to be very good. So that's for everything, the source is important. So such combination will give you some basic study about that. Here Lagna is connected to Lagna 2, 11 and 10th house. So that is also good, that Mars is also aspecting it. So Mars is lot of 4 and 9. But Badagala to this house, but this Lagna aspecting to Lagna, Mars is aspecting to Lagna. One way it is good, but other way it is Badagala is giving some sort of affliction. Then Moon is also aspecting to it. 12th Lord occupying 6th house, aspecting to Lagna. Some affliction is there. Then Saturn is also aspecting to that Lagna. The Lord of 7 and 6 From the fourth house it is aspecting, that Saturn is also aspected by Mars. Fourth house Lord occupying Saturn, occupying fourth house, this is good for the property related things. So such combination, just basic study, if you do it, that will give some sort of good information about the good combination of the planets, their position, then affliction, all these things. You can see, though Moon is not in a good position, but Moon is aspected by Jupiter by its fifth aspect. So that is also good combination. So that way, I mean, basic study, is an important thing to give some sort of basic picture about the particular event in discussion, and importantly, Lagna strength and Moon strength, which are all going to be more useful in giving the prediction point of view. If the Lagna Lord is already afflicted and Moon is already afflicted with unfavorable signification, and it means that what Moon is not in a good condition means he will not be able to, he will maybe emotional, he may be always hasty in decision, always confused state of mind. So those things, because Moon is going to give the mindset for the native to react. When even Dasabhukti Antara is giving some sort of good things, if the mind is not in a good position, automatically he cannot do things, think positively, or in a favor way, or in a proper way to execute that. So this is most important to have a basic study on the birth chart. I hope you understand the importance. Let me discuss about the next point. Next one is role of Karakatva of the planets and the signs. Normally, we give importance to the Bhava Karakatva of planets, because each planet, through its star lord and sub lord, what are the significations it is giving through, through the house significations. Though house signification, that is Bhava Karakatva combinations only, are going to give the prospects of the particular event given by the planet. Okay, but that is the one which is going to be delivered by the planet. But the delivery nature of the nature of the event, and also the nature of the impact level will vary depending on which planets are involving, which signs are involved. Saturn giving same house is different, Jupiter when it is giving the same house signification is different, and Moon when it is giving is different, because who is going to give it matters, and from where, which sign, because the Karakatva of the sign also will have some sort of impact. So we have to combine the study on Bhava, Graha and Rashi Karakatva will give you a complete output for an event. This point we have to keep it in mind. Okay, next point. Method of study in EPS. Normally, the first step, what we have to do, planet has to be studied in the following step. The first step is that self-signification of each planet. From cuspal lord to occupying house and cuspal star lord ownership that planet has got, and its cuspal sublord ownership. From left to right, we have to study each planet's self-significations. Okay. Then second point is that total complete signification has to be studied. That has to be studied from source to effect to result. What is source? Planet level is the source. Then what the planet is having in its hand, that is the one which is the initiation. That planet level significations are going to experience through its star lord, because planet will act as the star lord. Planet is the initiation one which is going to give its effect through its star lord signification, that is called execution. It means planet source houses are going to execute something through its star lord. That star lord will get the support from its star lord of the star lord. Okay, so that star lord and star lord of the star lord are the effect. Then finally, once that the source is getting the effect from the star lord executed by the star lord, that is going to be finally decided by the result giving planet, that is called the sublord. Sublord is also a planet, so sublord also will get some support from its star lord. So studying from the initiation to the execution, then the result, only it is going to give the complete picture in a proper way. Not just like that. We should not take, whether planet is acting as a source or effect or result. We should not randomly do it. We have to take in a proper way. Because what I have seen, many people take only the randomly they take the houses. It means two planets are in the star and sub of some planets, and they are giving, ultimately they will give similar houses. But what level they are giving, Whether the planet, for example, event of marriage, it is having 7th house, 11th house, this planet also showing, another planet also having the 2 7 11 combination. But one planet can be showing the 2 7 11 combination at the star level and sub level combinedly. But some planet can have only in the sublord and star lord of the sublord, not in the planet or not in the star lord also strongly. So, but ultimately 7th house is present in both the house, both the planets. 11th house also present, second house also present, but people will to look at only for the record houses. Whether which what level they are playing, they are not bothered. They just like to give, okay, this is also planet signifying 2 7 11. This is also giving 2 7 11. So both are favorable, but it's not the way. Do not randomly take the house signification, because the impact of a house at different levels may vary. That you have to keep it in mind. That's what I said in the previous slide. What level a planet is signifying at the source or effect or result, how it is getting the support from previous level, we have to check it. Okay, importance of the source has to be understood. I will tell you of that. What is the importance of the source? Suppose 2 3 planets or 2 planets may be traveling in the same star. Okay, so planets are going to give the effect of the starlight only. But what the effect it is going to experience, I mean, same planets or the starlight. So normally, if you look at the significators, both the planets will get the significator, the same number, same houses will be there. So we will people will be thinking that okay, this planet also going to give the this result. This planet is going to give the this result. But exactly that is not the same. That the star lord effect is going to be experienced by the planet. What planet is signifying, that is only is going to experience the star lord. Though 2 planets are in the same star, we cannot expect both the planets can give the similar result. Their impact will differ, or their nature of the effect also will differ. Okay, how? I will tell you with an example. Just you take this just example that look at the star lord in both the cases is like a knife. Star lord is the same, but who is going to use this? Which is the planet? For this planet, first is cook. Cook is using the star lord. That output is going to be useful for the cooking. But whereas that second planet is also is in the star of the same planet, which is the knife. That planet is like say Thuti for somebody's murder or whoever it may be. This is not a good thing. So that planet is going to use the star lord for output of not for cooking, for something else. So though the star lord is the same, what star lord is ready to give something. What is going to be given, what is going to be experienced is based on the source. Source is important. So study from the source. What source is signifying, what it is going to experience by the star lord, and what it is going to be experienced by the sublord. So that people are not at all following, they just blindly they follow the final output, what the significance are shown in the significator list, and try to find in the other software they do it. But that is not the way. You have to do carefully study what planet is signifying, what star lord is signifying, what the planet's houses are getting support from the star lord, are not supported, or it is getting denied by whatever the planet is signifying. It is being not supported and not favored or denied by the star lord, further supported by the sublord or not. That we have to study in that way. Then only we can properly analyze a planet. I hope you understand this. Okay. Now next point is that role of a planet as Dasa, Bugdi and Antra. For example, a planet is acting as the Bugdi Lord. That Bugdi Lord planet has given some unfavorable signification, some favorable thing during Bugdi Lord. Okay, so can a planet give similar favorable or unfavorable result when it is running as Bugdi Lord under all Mahadasa? Suppose Saturn is given unfavorable thing under Jupiter period. Okay, Jupiter Mahadasa, Saturn Bugdi would have given some unfavorable event for the particular event, for the particular native. For the particular event, for the particular native would have given unfavorable. So whenever Saturn is coming as the Antra period, or whenever is coming the Saturn as the Bugdi Lord for some other Dasa, suppose would have Rahu Dasa would have run earlier, that Saturn also would have run as the Bugdi Lord. So whenever Saturn is coming as the Bugdi period or Antara period, can we expect the similar result? No, if you look at all the history, then you may not be like that. Because normally what, as I said in the previous video, that previous slide, look at that signification of your planet. Do not take that planet signification are going to be the standard or going to be the same whenever it is going to act as a Dasa Lord or Buddhi Lord or Antara Lord. Because their signification will vary according to its role as Buddhi Lord or Antara Lord. Okay, because a planet Dasa Lord is going to what it is going to give, what it is having in its hand. That Buddhi Lord signification, whether it is supportive to the Dasa Lord signification, then that is only is going to be more signified by the Buddhi Lord. Then what our Bhakti Lord is having that, I mean, after that Antara, within that Bhakti Lord, that Antara when it is coming, what Antara Lord is going to be supportive or not, but it is going to be according to the Bhakti Lord significations. It means that, just please understand, the principle is to be understood that is what? Destiny is fixing that limit. Okay. But Dasa Lord is initiating. That is the source. Dasa Lord is saying that, okay, Dasa Lord is saying, okay, I am favorable for such event or unfavorable or moderate, because Dasa Lord is a big period. It will have multiple events within its hand. So it will support for an event, or it will moderately support for an event, or it will deny for an event also. But within that Dasa Lord, when Bugdi is coming, Bugdi is going to execute the thing. That is the effect. So according to the Dasalad, if Dasalad is completely unfavorable for a particular event, even the Bugdi Lord is showing that cannot give its effect signification efficiently like it would have given under some other favorable Dasa. Because Dasa Lord, without the support of the Dasa Lord, Bugdi Lord cannot give its complete signification to the same extent. Similarly, Antara Lord also. Because under, suppose Bugdi Lord is having some mixed significations. Okay, for a particular event, when Antara Lord is coming, one Antara may be favorable. So, unfavorable Antara will give favorable impact under the Bugdi Lord, which is mixed signification. When unfavorable Antara Lord is coming, it will give unfavorable impact. Because of the Bugdi Lord is having mixed signification, that Antara Lord also will give favorable or unfavorable according to their signification. It means that no period can offer its role independently. Just like that, look at the signification of planet. Okay, Saturn is signifying, a change of job as indicated. So whenever Saturn is coming, so you will have a change of job. It is not like that. If suppose Saturn is coming as the Andhra period, suppose Rahu Bugdi is running. Rahu, if it is supportive for the change of job, when during that period Saturn is also coming, which is also supportive for change of job, definitely will give the change of job. But when after Rahu, Jupiter Bukti is running. Under Jupiter Bukti, when Saturn is coming, then as Antara period, if the Jupiter is not at all supportive for change of job, when Saturn Antara is coming, then which has given change of job during Rahu Bukti, it cannot give the Bukti loss that the same impact of change of job, but it will give some sort of challenges, some sort of hurdles and instability in job. It will try to give it some sort of negative impact, but it is not going to end in loss of job or change of job, because Bhakti Lord is not at all unfavorable. So a person's native, for example, you are there, your attitude may be plus and minus. Your attitude also will differ according to whom you are going to work under. Okay, so similarly, planets also the same way. The same planet can give some different results when it is acting as a Bukti Lord or Antara Lord. This is called planetary interlink theory. So we have to have a combined effect of Dasa, what Dasa is signifying, what Bukti is signifying, what Antara is signifying. That way, planet, star Lord, sublord, how we studied the source, effect and result, the same way we have to study Dasa, Bukti and Antara. This is called the Pilt connection. This is going to be an important thing which you have to follow. I hope you understand this one. Okay, next point is that birth time rectification. The very important point in this birth time rectification, people are I would have seen that people are doing birth time rectification just with a few seconds. They do it with the help of the ruling planets and adjusting the cuspal sublord of the lagna, sublord or subsublord. They try to adjust to matching to the ruling planet, so the moon position. Though this condition is going to be useful in using the ruling planets in adjusting the birth time or lagna, especially in the event of birth time rectification, definitely ruling planets will support you to indicate the possible signs and star lords which we can make use of that help of that ruling planets in adjusting the birth time, because that event for that one is for birth time rectification itself is the event. You are taking the chart only for the rectification of the birth time. But whenever we are taking a chart for some event, our duty to check whether the birth time is correct, because cuspal position will change if the birth time is different. Suppose if you just adjust with the moon position with the lagna sublord for just with a few seconds, then whenever you take the chart, that we cannot expect that moon position will be supportive to the lagna. So whenever will you adjust the lagna position according to the ruling planets? Is it not so? It is not. It is exactly. It is not a good position. I mean, it is not a good method of doing that, because birth time is not a separate method to be learned. People are saying, so sir, you please teach birth time rectification. So they are not understanding that it is just the reverse process of verifying the known details and past events in fixing up the cuspal sublord of the important cusps. Okay, because I will explain about that, how it has to be studied, and what is the difficulties in doing that. Because just correcting the adjusting the lagna sublord with the help of the RPs is not authentic. It's not authentic, yes, because I will tell you. Now, I will tell you, with an example. For example, if you're changing a stepney to your car, okay, look at that. When you're changing the fixing of the tire or the wheel to that a car, you can see there will be four bolt nuts we have to tighten, right? We have to tighten that. But you can see that we, unless and otherwise we properly tighten all the four nuts properly. Even we cannot just tie to one side and later three later. No, it is not. It will not be properly aligned. It has to be one side. It has to be tightened and tighten off the way. Then other one opposite diagonally. Oblique that opposite side we have to do it. Then the later things also we have to do it. So properly all four nuts have to be properly fixed and tightened in the similar manner. Then only the wheel will be fixed. The same way that all the 12 curves also like these four holes. Important cusps have to be, the cuspal sublord have to be properly fixed. Then only that whole birth time rectification will be processed. Otherwise, just fixing up the lagna sublord alone, it is not going to be helpful. I will tell you about that difficulties and the problems in fixing up the lagna sublord alone. Just to look at this that chart. This chart, I am taking that for one chart. I am taking the lagna or 12 cusps. You can see from lagna to the 12 cusp position. Here you can see that from lagna is also there up to 12 cusps. You can see that that birth date and time 23 to 20 for each minute up to 23:2 to 23:11 has been given. For this time duration, 1 minute duration has been given. With that time duration, that each lagna or each cuspal positions also given. We can see that lagna sublord, the lagna lord is Venus, and the lagna star lord is Moon, and lagna sublord is Mars. Okay, sorry, Rahu. Lagna sublord is Rahu. Up to 22:3. Okay, suppose if that birth time is 1 minute after, instead of 22:3, if it is 23:4, instead of Rahu, you can see that Jupiter will fall. Okay, Jupiter sublord will start from 23:4 to 23:10. So Suppose with the help of the rolling planet, you are fixing that no Lagna sublord should be Jupiter only, not Rahu. Okay, so okay, you can take it as a Lagna sublord is Jupiter. So Lagna sublord is Jupiter is going to be there for about approximately 7 to 8 minutes time. Within this duration, look at that sublord position of the rest of the 11 houses, rest of the 12 houses. Okay, 12 cusps. Rest of the 12 cusps, you can see that rest of the houses you can see the Lagna position. You can see, sorry, not Lagna position, Cuspal sublord position. Second Cuspal sublord, Rahu is going to be there. There is, sorry, the star lord is Rahu, sublord is Saturn is going to be there for long period. Okay, you can see within this Jupiter Lagna sublord, Saturn second Cuspal sublord, there is no change. Okay, but look at the third Cuspal sublord within this duration of Jupiter from 23:4 to 23:10, you can see third cuspal sublord Mercury is also playing and Ketu also playing and Venus also playing. So within this, 23:4, then Mercury is there. After that, so 3 minutes Ketu is there. After that, Venus starts. So we have, though Lagna sublord is Jupiter, within that three cuspal sublords of third house are playing. Then similarly, you can see that fourth cuspal sublord Rahu also playing and Jupiter also playing from 23:9. Then similarly, fifth cuspal sublord. Then importantly, you can see sixth cuspal sublord Saturn and Mercury both are playing. Then that event of marriage, when you want to check it, then seventh cuspal sublord Rahu is playing or it is Jupiter is playing. When you are going to keep this Jupiter cuspal as the sublord for the Lagna, seventh cuspal sublord can be Rahu also or can be Jupiter also. Up to 23:7 it will be Rahu. After that it will be Jupiter. Which one we have to fix it? Then eighth cuspal sublord. So the cuspal sublord which are all in shorter duration, they will have they will change within few minutes time. So within the Lagna, one cuspal sublord within that 7-8 minutes different, you can see many cuspal sublords are changing. So what are they going to do? You may ask that. So well, Lagna sublord is important, sir. Why we have to bother about all the rest of the 12 cuspal sublords? No, it is not like that. Because cuspal sublord of each house is deciding the destiny prospects of the particular event, as you know that. Then importantly, as per EPS, sublord of the particular house is an important strong significator for the particular event. In timing of event, the sublord of the seventh house or sublord of the fifth house, whichever we are talking about the marriage prospects or childbirth, or 10th cuspal sublord for the professional prospects, the role of the sublord of the particular house is going to be not only useful in the destiny prospects but also in the timing of event. So when you are checking the past events, he is saying that I got married in so and so period. If you fix the birth time, say 23:5, okay, suppose you are fixing the birth time 23:5, by the time 7th cuspal sublord will be Rahu. Suppose you would have given that some marriage period, where suppose he would have given moon Bugdi, he got married. If you look at the moon Bugdi, if you look at check the moon star lord and sublord, all these levels, if you check it, then that moon may not be a strong significator because moon may not be having good signification by itself, and also that seventh cuspal sublord Rahu's role may not be there. If it is not there, mean that planet is not a good significator. When you increase the birth time, if it is 23:8 or 23:9, when 7th sublord is becoming Jupiter, suppose moon can be in the star of Jupiter or moon can be in the sub of Jupiter, and that Jupiter role will be there for the moon, it will be a good significator for the event of marriage because he already got married in moon Bukti. So in Bukti Lord should be a strongest one to give the marriage period. So by according to the past event analysis, we can fix up the particular cusp. So if you are feeling that okay, seventh cuspal sublord should be Jupiter only because then only that Bukti Lord is more strong in supporting for the marriage. If that book Jupiter is the sublord of the should be the sublord, it is for sure that birth time should be only after 23:7, not prior to that. So then we have to fix that. Okay, the Lagna 7 sublord should be after 23:7 only. Within that of 23:7, after 23:7, 23:8 or 23:9 or 10 or 11, which minute we have to check the other event. because when the seventh sublord is Jupiter, that's fifth sublord is Venus, Sun and Venus up to 23/9. After that, Moon are coming. So you check the event of childbirth, whether this is supportive or this is supportive. Similarly, check the job prospects. When you are checking that seventh sublord, that sixth sublord also we have to check it, because this is the one which is going to cause difficulties and which is going to deny the marriage or giving of unfavorable signification also. So that way, sixth sublord also can be checked along with the marriage signification, and the fifth sublord can be checked, and other houses can be checked. When you are adjusting 2-3 cuspal sublords, automatically other cuspal sublords will be getting fixed. So that is the way we have to fix the birth time rectification, by properly analyzing the past given events and also the characteristic of the lagna, nature of the profession, and whatever the information we are getting it, try to do it. By that way we can fix up the birth time. That is most important. So without that, just with the help of that ruling planets, we want to do it, that is not going to be complete one. It is not going to be authenticated one also. I hope you understand the importance of this rectification through the verifying the past event, not just with the help of the ruling planets. I hope you understand. These are the important points. You have to keep it in mind in analyzing a planet through the EPS system of astrology. Okay, so I hope this I will end up this video, and thanks for learning EP system of astrology. In this next video, I will be talking about key planets and significators and important points about that. Thank you. If you like this video, you can share it and subscribe it. If you like to learn EPS system through online courses and direct courses, and also for EPS system software, you can contact me on the given number and email ID. Thank you for watching. Om Shai Ram.